Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Oh. You tell all your friends. Drew with an interesting point. Is Canada just never going to wear the black jerseys? Looks like no. Nor should they. I'm not saying they're bad. I don't know. But you make an interesting point. Why have three if you're not going to wear all three? If you make a jersey, you should wear it. Remember when the Leafs made a near perfect jersey that everyone loved and wore it twice and then never again? Here. Why did they wear this twice? This thing's friggin' beautiful with the Boria patch and everything. I don't get it. Something just dropped on the floor and I don't know what it was. Are we good? Oh, it was a Matthews toy. Matthews toy can fall on the ground, and I don't care for the duration of the Olympics. I do appear to have the right feet up, Drew. I got Elliot Friedman looking crazy on my TV. This panel is so surreal. Freech, Cheryl Pounder, Cassie Campbell, Bieksa, and Duthie. You could be watching those guys, whoever the hell they are. Am I right? Or you could be watching little me here on the STPN YouTube channel. Canada, France. Oh, Drew says give us a score prediction in French. Douze à 1. 12-1. Good job, Drew. 2 minutes till puck drop. They don't waste time. Caden, welcome to SDP VIP ad free. The Marks, welcome to SDP VIP. B Tower, the squeezable lemon. So fizz the way. All welcome to SDP VIP. Francois Labelle says, fighting for love. Fighting for love. Benno Hawk, no mercy. No taking the French lightly. Show up and secure first seed overall. I agree. You got to do what Finland did to Italy. And you got to say, it's just business. Yes, Chris Howard, thank you for 5. I'm ready. I am ready. There's a number of somewhat familiar names on the French team. Obviously, Alexandre Texier. I'm doing my best. My pronunciation sucks. So Drew is telling me France is plus money to score a goal in this game. Jeez. Listen, I love Canada and I don't want them to allow a goal. I would probably take that. This has been the tournament of upsets and scares. France, who did they scored 3 goals in 5 minutes against the Czechs, was it? Come on. Stefan da Costa, Johanna Vito, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, some familiar faces on the French team. But it's Canada. You're going to have a bad time. It is Celebrini, McDavid, Wilson to start for Canada. We got the opening draw. Here we go. Puck is dropped. I think both centermen lost that draw. They both whacked at it 3 times. Canada gets it deep. McDavid tries to get it to Celebrini. Celebrini in a battle. Celebrini very nearly took a tripping call there. France has it behind their own net. Struggle with the breakout. They look a little overwhelmed. Cycled by Makar. McDavid loses that puck battle. France gets out of their zone and goes right back into it. Canada tags up. Deflected by Celebrini, so no icing there. Kingfisher, if there was one player who you wish made this roster, who would it be? For me, it's Stammer. He never got his chance. It's unfortunate for Stamkos. I guess Matthew Schaefer. Oh! Stopped by the French goaltender for his first stop of the game. Pareko runs over his man. Harley. Shot from Suzuki. That's kicked wide. Mac. One-timer from Hagel is gobbled up by the French goaltender. Is that Junca? Junca. Junca. Nate Bethel, welcome to SDP VIP. For the French, who do I wish made the roster? Marley Beaugru. And if you look at his stats this season, it's actually a little bit puzzling why he's not on the team. Mitch Marner almost scored right off the draw, one cleanly back by Sidney Crosby. Thrown net front, no one gets to it. This game has been almost exclusively in the French zone. Crosby, I don't think that made its way through to the goalie. Marner tries to center it. He does on the second attempt. Stone. Crosby, what a touch to Doughty. Rebound. That's into the corner. Oh, boy. My voice was haggard yesterday morning. Wasn't much better at night. Feeling okay this morning. I think it's going to be doorknob dead by the end of this game. Doughty gets it deep. Marner in pursuit. Here comes France. Their first little bit in the offensive zone with possession, no less. Trying to keep the cycle alive. Pressured by Jarvis. Devon Taves battling for it. France with it at the point. They put it on into the glove of Jordan Binnington for his first action of the day. Bat flips and birdie putts. Steve, not to jinx anything, but if there is a potential USA versus Canada gold medal game, SDP should do a couch stream of sorts with all 3 of you. Thoughts? There's something. Here I am trying to humor the idea, and Drew's like, no, it's not as fun as people think. Bennett behind the net. Jarvis. Reinhart gets it deep. Reinhart kind of playing a utility role here for Canada in this Olympics so far. Bennett battling behind the net. France might have somewhat of a break here. They have men open in front. Oh, they fan on the one-timer. Are you going to get many more better chances than that if you're France? Texier, number 85 for France, is going to have a lot of the puck. Taves. Up the ice, dumped by Celebrini. Wilson, hard after it. McDavid. Harley. McDavid. In front. Celebrini can't get the shot off. He got a bit of a glove in the face. Accidental, I think, on the follow-through, just battling for the puck. Harley with it in his own end. Wilson skates through the neutral zone. He dumps it at the center ice line. Junca all the way down the ice and icing from the goaltender, which you don't see very often against France. The real Colin Campbell, the only correct answer for who was unfairly left off Team Canada is Gregory Campbell. Doug Armstrong is going to hear about it. Oh, no. Not Doug. Oh, you ever know immediately that you burned your tongue? Offensive zone draw for Canada. It's now in the neutral zone. Suzuki, Doughty, skating through the neutral zone. He dumps it. Yeah, it was, that lid was on there. Hagel trying to battle for it. McKinnon's in there with him. France gets it out. Loud support from what I imagine is French hockey fans. Doughty, Marner has the puck stolen off him. Here comes France. Here's Captain Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. Hands it off. Shot. That goes wide. Funny bounce behind the net. That was almost a real good opportunity for France. Bellemare gets it to the point. On through traffic. That is blocked. Canada. Keep it cool there, buds. Bellemare still with it in the Canadian zone. Doughty gets it out, but with no possession as Canada likely changes behind the play. The French have been outshot 81-38 through the first two games, says Chris Cuthbert. That's crazy. Oh my God. Horvat gets it deep. No one there. France gets it, I think, into the bench. Did that almost hit Mike Johnson? Kind of looked like it. Canada's save percentage is .980. Finland 933, Slovakia 929, Switzerland 918. I think that was Germany at 917, but I missed it. Horvat, ozone draw. He wins a back shot. What a stop from Junka. I think that was Reinhardt. Across for Jarvis. Taves. Makar. Wow, bobbles it but gets it back. Drives. Makar. Where'd that go? Mike Johnson says he hit post. Horvat digging for it. He gets it. Oh! Reinhardt! Tried to get it to Jarvis. Tried to shoot. I don't think he was able to do either. Lays the body now. And France comes up with it behind their own net. Jarvis. Keeping the play alive for the changing Canadians. Here comes McDavid. He takes it with ease. Oh, what a move! Wilson can't get it to Jarvis. He should have shot that. He had a lane, bud. Wilson leaves it from a car. Shot. Stopped by Junka. Julian Junka. Makar's upset at the ref. I'm not sure why. Doughty looks upset too. He hooked his hands. I mean, so Mike Johnson saying the official, Kyle Raymond, was it? Put his hand in the air and then put it down. Odd. Ozone draw for Canada. France comes up with it, but it's held at the line by Harley. Behind the net for Wilson. Celebrini with it now. Celebrini taken down. And they're going to call that. And France indignant about the call. I'm not sure. I didn't see it. I'll have to watch it on the breakaway. I think this might be a bit of a makeup call. Yeah, Canada, the ref, they just showed the replay of the Makar play. Ref's hand goes up, they put it down, and you see the Canadian bench immediately stands up. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. What do you think about the half rink goal on Swayman as a Leafs fan? Where was that in 2024? Thanks. Francois Labelle. France scored 3 goals in 5 minutes against the Czechs. It was less, slightly less. No, that is, yeah, Drew is like, I mean, you just never see that. Like a hand up and then a hand down. I'm calling a penalty. Oh, never mind. Like, what if Binnington left the net and he's head down right? He's head down going to the bench. He's not, you don't count on the ref putting their hand down. I'd be less indignant about the fact that it's not a penalty and more about like, what if that scenario happens? France scores an empty net goal. So let's see if this was a penalty. Soft. It is a makeup call. 2-minute minor for holding. He does grab onto Celebrini's jersey, but yeah, as a Canadian fan, I would even say soft. How about Sweden never finishing third in their group after Finland's goal explosion yesterday? I bet nobody had that on their bingo card. Not me. Makar with it at the point. If Canada doesn't score here, I'll be shocked. Makar, one-timer. That goes off the side of the net. And France puts it into the Canadian corner. And it looks like they're going to rag the puck. Texier. I don't even know if he kills penalties in the NHL. France doing a really good job here on this kill. Bennington comes up with it in the Canadian end. And this penalty's a quarter gone. Canada 2 for 5, which honestly feels like it should be better. McDavid sort of misses Crosby there. Gets it back himself. McKinnon. Makar. McKinnon. Crosby in front looking for the deflection. Doesn't get it. McKinnon can't hold the line. Just crushes a man in the neutral zone. Almost a shorthanded breakaway there for France. Canada has it. This penalty's half gone. McDavid through the neutral zone. Hands it off to McKinnon. Back to the Makar at the point. Back to McKinnon. McDavid. Crosby. Makar. McKinnon. Just shoot it. McKinnon. Down low. Reinhart. Oh, Crosby. McKinnon. Wide open net. Can't find the back of the net. How didn't that go in? Crosby to Makar at the point. No, he's offside. And Canada's called offside with 24 seconds to go in this power play against France. 12-12 to go in the first. Did Junka make that save? There's no way. Crosby almost off the foot of McDavid. Oh, no, that's a block. What a block by France. 24 seconds to go in this power play. 12-12 to go in the first. Texier gets it back for France. They dump it all the way down. Canada's got time for one more rush. France applying great pressure, though. Celebrini with it in his own end. Up the ice. Finds Marner. Theodore at the point. Marner. Down low for Stone in front. What a one-timer by Horvat. Stopped by Junka. Let me try to find out what I can about Julian Junka. 28 years old. Played most of his career in France. A cup of coffee in North America in the AHL and ECHL. This season, he's with Trenčín Dukla in the Slovak League with a .925 save percentage. It's a good league. Canada getting too fancy on the power play, says Francois Labelle. I agree, man. Shoot it. Make them earn it at least. McDavid with it. Penalties killed. Wilson to the points. That's Sanheim. Doughty, rebound. McDavid has to retrieve it from the corner. Feathered to Wilson. Oh my God, so strong. In front. That goes to the point. Doughty won the rebound. Wilson. Wilson, I'm sorry. And Canada takes the 1-0 lead over France. Under 9 minutes into the first period. France kills off that power play. Wilson to the point. Doughty bombs it on. Junka with the original save, but the rebound goes straight onto the tape of a sprawling Tom Wilson. Tom Wilson, Canadian Olympian and Olympic goal scorer. Francois Labelle sent 5 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup, Francois. McKinnon loses the center ice draw. That is Wilson. Pay attention to this. Wilson from Doughty and McDavid. So McDavid picks up another point. Stop from Binnington. Rebound. France scores. France has tied the game. In mere seconds later, Jordan Binnington has conceded his first goal at these Olympics, and France has tied the game against Canada. Wow. France's fourth line, no less. Big rebound from Binnington, and Douay buries it for France. Never good when the goal scorer looks surprised. Big rebound from Binnington, and Parayko can't get to it first. Douay ties it up for France. 1-1 is the score. Crosby line immediately gets out there, and they will go to work. Yeah, and Drew pointing out France was plus money to score. I told you I would take it. That took 9 minutes. Here comes Crosby. Taves. Marner can't get to it. Here comes France. Adrenaline in the legs of France. Oh, they might be offside here. France falls, and this will be a 2-on-1. Crosby and Stone. Crosby to a trailing Taves. Scores! Canada right back out on top. That French goal to tie it. Maybe a little adrenaline in the bloodstream now. And Canada, wakey, eggs and bakey, back on top, 2-1. And to be clear, the bakey is P-mail. Crosby, I thought he was going to Stone. A trailing Devon Taves. Schneip. Canada back on top, 2-1. Are we getting the Blues, Benny? Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm not worried yet. How long did you have the Castaway reference loaded up for Wilson? It just dawned on me because I screwed up the goal call. Theodore dumps it. Doughty behind the net finds Reinhart. Theodore, fourth line on the ice for Canada. Theodore has a puck skip over his stick. Bennett behind the net for Jarvis. Jarvis cycles it for Bennett. Puck sort of took a weird hop there. Bennett's helmet comes off. He's got to leave. Get off there, Benny. France has it. McDavid hard after it. Wilson. Wow. McDavid over to Celebrini. Shot. That's deflected wide. Yeah, Canada, they look like they're playing now. Shots are 10-4 Canada. Score 2-1. Kept at the line by Harley. Celebrini. Fans on that. Another bomb from Parayko. That goes wide. What was that, Drew? Celebrini. Oh, were the French talking crap after they scored? They were talking merde? Were they talking merde? Were they parlay merde? I guess parle merde. Parlay is to talk. Canada, a little screwed up there. Gave it away because one of the players was going for a change. Harley not going to the box. Maybe could have called a rough there. Harley in his own corner. Fans on it. But Poole cues it to the middle of the ice. Hagel plays it back to Harley. Announcer on the USA show keeps calling them the Leafs. You're joking. On. That goes into the corner. Sanheim. Who is the American announcer? Hagel. McKinnon. Gets it to Suzuki. To the point. Doughty. McKinnon. Doughty's kind of playing a lot in this game. McKinnon on. That goes wide. Suzuki on the rebound. And that's covered up by Junka. We're going to commercial break. Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Let me tell you a little about Florent Douay, who scored for France. 6'3", 209 pounds. He's 31 years old. His birthday was last week, actually. Just turned 31. Let me tell you how unlikely this goal was. He's played his entire career in Switzerland, either in the Swiss A or Swiss B league. His career high in scoring was in the 2020-2021 season for Lausanne HC. 5 goals, 9 assists, 14 points. This season in 41 games for Lausanne, he went back to Lausanne after a few years away. He has 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. He has 1 career playoff goal in Switzerland. Make no mistake, that was the biggest goal of his life. That is incredible. Countries with a French as an official language, says JD Atkinson, teams immediately conceding after scoring. Country C, country do, go Canada from the Commonwealth. You really shoehorned that one there, JD. Apparently the town of Ajax double booked the ice my son was supposed to be on, so they're coming home. So if a really pissed off 5-year-old comes in the door, that's what happened. Stone! Stopped by Julian Junka. Julian Junka plays for Trenčín Dukla in the Slovak League. And there's some names you might recognize on that team. Philip Varone, I recognize that name. Played some games for the Sabres and Sens, Flyers, draft pick of the Sharks. Canada with it behind their own net. Makar. Deflected behind the French net. My 12-1 score prediction is still very much in play. Taves. Down the ice. Crosby. Oh, loses it. Here comes France. Here's Texier. Texier, former teammate of Jordan Binnington from just earlier this year. He centers it. Picked off by Bennett. Nearly gives it away. Stone. Up the ice to Horvat. Horvat with a head of steam. He's got Harley with him. Drives behind the net. French all over him. Cycles it. Bennett's going to get after that. Reinhart joins the fray. Goes in front to Horvat, but it trickles to Junka, who covers it up. Horvat's got quite the healthy shiner, eh? Name tags. Hey, fun fact, Ilya Rozanov is eligible to play for Canada at these Olympics. Please text. Horvat. There are so many famous lines from that show, but easily the most underrated is please text. We'll text. Why? I don't know. We'll just please text. Bennett battling off the glass and out of play, but no penalty because they hit the glass. JD Atkinson, I'm British. We support whoever dunks on France. Okay. See, I'm behind on my pro-British humor. Sorry, I'm behind on my pro-English humor. because I am well up to date on my pro Scottish humor from my in-laws. Sanheim has to scamper back. Wilson lays the body and takes down two men, one of them on his own team. Doughty has his pocket picked. McDavid helps him out. Wilson with it in his own end. 6 minutes to go in the first period. Canada only up 2-1. McDavid gains the zone to the point. Doughty, Taves, Doughty. Oh, no penalty against Canada. Thought there could have been a trip. Celebrini, Wilson. Taves is out there with Doughty. At what point do you get somewhat concerned? Junka covers it up about Cale Makar. He was a little banged up in, I believe it was the Czechia game. And his minutes seem somewhat limited here against France. Interesting development. Steve Dangle here on the STPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Let's open some hockey cards, courtesy of Tim Hortons. We're chasing 2010 stuff. I was there. Have I mentioned that? We're chasing Crosby signed stuff, McKinnon signed stuff, and a donut. Oh, he should have been more of a factor for Canada and would have been if the NHL didn't stop going to the Olympics and he didn't get hurt. Sean Couturier. Jordan Kyrou. And what's this? Northern Stars. Nick Suzuki. This appears to be an insert because there's nothing on the back. Is it numbered? This is a cool one. I like that very much. Did you see the Yzerman pass yesterday? I did not. Would that have been in the A or college? No, he's in the A now. Or college. I don't know. Francois Labelle's a donut. We did not get it. Is it numbered on a Tim's card? Well, they do it. Yeah, there's Makar. He's on. Stopped. Yeah, he's playing his offside, but it was on the left-hand side face-off, which him and Taves, it makes sense to switch on that side. Or in the O zone, I should say. I don't know. It's just seemed like limited minutes, or seemed like Doughty was playing a lot. Makar, he looks pretty good there. Wilson gets it deep. McDavid gloves it to himself. Celebrini can't find the puck. So France gets out, and they get out with speed. Here they come. And they bobble the puck, and Canada turns them away. Under 5 minutes to go in the first period. Canada still just a 1-goal lead here. France could tie it with their next shot. 2 of their 4 shots came on one sequence, and they scored on the second one. Hagel, Suzuki. Hagel, cross ice for Suzuki, received well, but he's alone and outnumbered by French players. Belmar, former teammate Nathan McKinnon, gave him a little bit of a flyby. Harley holds it at the blue line. Pareko, that goes above the French net off a deflection. I'd like to see Hagel bury one. He's had a lot of chances and no luck in Canada's game so far. Canada mid-change. A little over 4 minutes to go here. That shouldn't be icing. Crosby. Junka out of the net to play it. Oh, puck just skips over Mark Stone's stick. Lucky thing, too. Now here comes France on the counterattack. Battling for it behind the Canadian net. France bobbles it, and this will be a break potentially for Mitch Marner, who curls back. Stone runs out of room. Puck hops over Theodore's stick. Doughty after it. Stone. Kicked away by Junka. No one there. Bennett stops up the French attack. Shot 16-4 for Canada. Junka's been extremely good. Binnington. Oop! Pressure on him. Bennett plays it around to Makar. And France goes offside. Francois Labelle, I have to say, I have a soft spot for France, but their jersey sucks. They are kind of underwhelming, eh? Drew saying the lack of fleur de lis is upsetting. Upsetting? Distressing? Which word did you use? Upsetting. I didn't want to misrepresent you. So Makar blocked a couple shots. He's out there right now against Czechia. One, I believe, hit him in the midsection. One hit him in the arm. And a friend was texting me that night like, I know Morrissey's out, but Makar's hurt. Watch, Makar's hurt. He looked fine against Switzerland. It wouldn't shock me if Canada was limiting him a little bit. Oh, but here comes France. They hold the line. Poked away by Devon Taves. Here comes Seth Jarvis. Canada with speed. Jarvis leaves it for McDavid. McDavid! Hands it off to a ghost. Belmar with it in his own end. Here comes Belmar. Here comes Celebrini. Celebrini, great pressure. France able to get out. Sanheim. McKinnon with Celebrini and McDavid. Celebrini. McDavid. Can't find McKinnon. Dude, shoot it. Shoot. Here comes France. McDavid taken down. No call. Here's France. Oh, there is a penalty coming, but it's going to McDavid. I don't think he cares for it very much. 1:11 to go in the first in France with a chance to tie. So you're telling me there's a France. That was James Myrtle. Stole it. Shout out to obviously the Canadian in the crowd with a Nova Scotia flag. We see you. We see you. JD Atkinson, up until 1952, only 2 teams won Olympic hockey gold. Do you know the 2 countries? Fun fact, second nation still has equal golds with 2 modern powers. I'm going to assume it's Canada and like Britain. I'm going to say Britain. Could be Norway. Might be Norway. France, half wall, blue line, blocked. Taves, hard around, can't get it out. France, half wall, blue line, other blue line, that's Texier. He comes in a little bit, back to the blue line. On, gloved by Binnington, no rebound there. 51.2 seconds to go in the first. France has some sneaky speed, says James Stemler. Oh, like, they're all Olympians, man. They're like, this isn't the hockey we grew up with. And I think the 12 years away with NHLers not being there, I think we missed out on some of these countries developing their hockey programs. Germany's much better. Switzerland, France, apparently Italy, Latvia. Pareko, hard around, gets it out. 25 seconds to go in the first. Junka out of his net to play it. Marner, good pressure there on OV2. Turns France all the way back around. 15 seconds to go. Stefan da Costa. There's a name I haven't heard in a long time, and a turnover. Mark Stone, breakaway, 5 seconds to go. Stone scores! Hands of Stone indeed. 3.4 seconds to go in the first. Mark Stone, shorthanded goal, gives Canada the 3-1 lead. Awesome. The bench laughing at Mark Stone's breakaway speed. I don't know. He looked pretty good to me. Excellent turnover. And just the cute little backhand flipper under the glove of Junka. That's a giveaway from Texier at the offensive blue line. He's not going to feel good about that. So little time left. That's just a mistake France can't make in that moment. And the period ends. Canada with their second goal in 3 games in the last 6 seconds of the first period. Timely. Cam Rednax, how does 14% of the poll think France will win? Because they're either making jokes or American. That's how. James, agreed. This is so much fun, dude. 100%. Francois Labelle gifted 5 SDPN memberships, and JD Atkinson. It was Britain. We also got a bronze in 1924. Soviets got first gold. It was 1956 with Czechia and Finland having equal gold medals. I'll stop bragging now. Steve Dangle here. SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Canada concedes a goal to France. Biddington concedes his first goal of these Olympics. But ultimately, Canada takes the 3-1 lead into intermission. If Canada was holding back at all, might be a good idea to stop. Meme Empress, don't be silly. France, Lake Ohio, doesn't exist. Same with Australia and birds. Me being into birds is a psyop. So, French goaltender Julian Junka, I'm looking at his Slovak team. He's got Philip Verone, who's played 97 NHL games. I'm just going with all the names I recognize. No, I thought I recognized that name. There is a name, Leaf legend, former Toronto Maple Leaf 5th round pick, Juraj Mikuš. That is a way back playback. He used to be a meme on like old hockey Twitter. Anytime there was a trade, oh, you got to put Mikuš in the package. Got to put Mikuš in there. He's still playing. He's playing with Trenton Dukla in the Slovak League. 6'4", 209-pound defenseman, 37 years old. We were born the same year, 1988. We would have gone to school together, me and Uri. Nick Baptiste, there's a name I recognize. 3rd round pick of the Buffalo Sabres. Played 47 games. And beyond him, I think I'd probably be lying to you. And I can never lie to you, so I won't. Steve, why is it that the Habs wear the Ontario flag's colors and the Leafs wear the Quebec flag's colors? To screw with you specifically. And now that you've blown the joke, we can't do it anymore. So the Leafs have to wear red. Thanks. Francois Labelle, not birds. They are small flying dinosaurs. Nope, wrong. They are drones with cameras. Drew, shall we go to a clip? I am talking about birds not being real. That tells me it's time to go to a clip. Hey, so a lot of Team Canada represented by players who played in the Ontario Hockey League. So why not show you, oh, wow, where we take a look at the best from around the OHL over this past week. Got to get those numbers up on this YouTube channel. There's some fantastic stuff in there, fantastic stuff in Big Dubs, and fantastic stuff in Cue It Up. But here's Oh Wow on the SDPN YouTube channel. Can you smell what a wow is cooking? Hello, friend. Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another episode of Oh Wow, where we take a look at the best from around the OHL over this past week. This save comes from Sarnia Sting goaltender Kale Ossipenko.
15 seconds left on the man advantage. Slings ahead for Calto. He makes a move. Calto to the net. Rebound came out. Ossipenko. Another chance. Great save, Ossipenko, as he got out to steal it from Moore. 3 saves in a row after Calto had bullied his way into the zone. And so quickly becoming a goaltender's duel.
That's miraculous. More like Ossipenko. Am I being booed? Why am I being booed? Why am I being booed? All right, I guess I understand. Honestly, it's not even the save. I think this save would have been impressive if the Gens had scored. To me, what was impressive is that Ossipenko got himself across the crease without tearing anything off the bone. How are you and I made of the same material? There's a reason Kale Ossipenko is the current OHL Rookie of the Week. So get this. He actually began his season in the CCHL. In 18 games with the Renfrew Wolves, he had an 11-5-1 record, which is pretty good, and a .930 save percentage, which is really good. But now he has played 7 games with the Sarnia Sting, and he's put up a fairly decent 4-3 record with a .910 save percentage, which so far this season is the highest save percentage on the Sarnia Sting. Kale Ossipenko, still just 17 years old. He hasn't played a ton this season, but I wonder about June. Kale Ossipenko of Renfrew, Ontario. Oh, wow. Now, that was a save. How about a little goal? Jesse Nurmi of the London Knights with the ridiculous hand-eye coordination. Watch this.
Save again as he keeps it at 1-0 Ranger lead.
Here's Van Gorp shot, scores!
No, they're going to wave it off.
Wave that off,
I don't know.
Jesse Nurmi would get credit for it, but the official right away waved it off. London's going to celebrate, but you know Dale Hunter is going to want the officials to look at this.
Gosh, that's ridiculous. Jesse Nurmi bats it out of the air in full stride. How'd you even get that? The New York Islanders selected Jesse Nurmi out of Finland in 2023. Last season with the London Knights, he had 31 points in 58 games, and just for good measure, won a championship. He did end up playing 12 games of pro hockey in the ECHL before coming back down to London, where he has dominated. In 17 games, he has 12 goals, 11 assists, 23 points. And that's why, because he can score goals like that. Jesse Nurmi. Oh, wow. For our next highlight, producer Hayden, why does Oshawa keep getting picked on? Here are the Sudbury Wolves putting the Oshawa Generals in a blender. In overtime? Oh, good, it was in overtime. In overtime.
Slide it back for Calto. Could be a break the other way. Back is Moore. In comes Ula. Hovan. Drop back. Lemieux to Ula, who scores. Tic-tac-toe by the Wolves. Jens Ula will end it, and a big second point for the Wolves.
This is huge for them in their battle for the 8th and final playoff spot.
Absurd play from the Sudbury Wolves and great finish from Genkula, who actually is the one who started the play anyway. He had just 7 points, only 2 of them goals in 38 games with the Peterborough Petes to start this season. Since coming over to the Wolves, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points in 14 games. Not bad for the big defenseman to get in overtime. I loved everything about this goal except for the fact, producer Hayden, that it was Oshawa. Come on, man, we're having a tough week. But Mr. Ula, oh, wow. For our next highlight, I want to show you this one from Shamar Moses of the North Bay Battalion. The hands.
Callie passing it to Vaughn behind the net. Parker Vaughn with possession, gives it up to Moses. Moses from the corner, backhand scores! What a move by Shamar Moses. In tight, he's able to get that backhand, and North Bay have their first lead of the game.
The hands! Let me just see who he was drafted by. Oh, that's bad news. Shamar Moses from Scarborough, Ontario, which we like, was drafted by the Florida Panthers in the 5th round, which I Don't like. That makes my life harder. I don't like that. The 6'1", 202-pound forward has 18 points in 46 games, 8 of them goals. I'm going to go ahead and guess he's probably capable of more, like given what we just saw. And I think the Florida Panthers figured the same thing. Not just the handles, but the finish as well. Shamar Moses. Oh, wow. We're going to end things off with a big save, a ridiculous save, one you might even describe as robbery. Noah Erliden of the Erie Otters. Take it away.
Erie now to bring it out after they flipped into the neutral zone, and the Firebirds get right on it. They will bring it in with Lombardi. Jimmy Lombardi on the right side for Thibodeau. Oh, what a save by Erliden. That was robbery. On the backside, the one-time setup for Thibodeau. All kinds of net to shoot out, but Noah Erliden gets over and shuts it down. Pure larceny.
Spectacular save from Erliden. The 20-year-old Noah Erliden only made his OHL debut last season after coming over from Sweden. He actually recently passed 5,000 minutes in an OHL crease. That's because he's already, in less than 2 full seasons, reached 90 OHL games. And this save, just diving desperation, is why you probably put him in the net. What a ridiculous save from the Erie Otters goaltender, Noah Erliden. Oh, wow. So, my friends, what'd you think of this week's edition of Oh Wow? Let me know down in the comments, but for now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Oh, wow. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Bat flips and birdie putts. Steve, do you use the Merlin app? Let me open it up. How many? Oh, yeah, here's my life list. 78 species of birds I've discovered. And I'm going to get an earlier start this year. The birds are already coming back. I can hear them. Oh. There's a cardinal I haven't heard for some time. Oh. Is that a duck? What kind of, is it pekin? Mallard? It definitely slowed down, but like you're going to discover all the birds, right? And then it's going to slow down. There's only so many birds in your area. My area is known for the American woodcock. It's a little bird that goes, "Meh, meh," and I haven't found one. My most recent bird, which I'm going to remind you, does not include the American woodcock, is the American widgeon. Steve, that's a duck. It's a widgeon! Listed under uncommon. Found a gadwall, golden-crowned kinglet, white-throated sparrow, yellow-rumped warbler, and Bonaparte's gull, which is just a seagull that's here to rob you. It's a seagull wearing a shiesty. It's got a mask on. Give me all your money. I'm punchy, bro. I went to bed at 6:30 last night. Oh, boy. We need a prayer for Mrs. Dangle. My son's hockey team got to the rink today. Turns out the rink was double booked, and they turned away his entire U7 team. So they told a bunch of 5 and 6-year-olds, most of them already in their equipment because they're 5 and 6, hey, yeah, you can't play today. So Leo held it together somewhat decently before holding it together not all that great. So my wife took him to a different rink so he could whip around. Oh, she just sent me a video. He's having a great time. He's also skating the wrong way, and he's going to hit someone. Okay. Well, she's the parent on duty. I'm not going to tell her what to do. Okay. Dave Fisher. Have you seen the Big Year movie yet? Highly recommend. I have not. I don't remember the last time I saw a movie. Folks, no one wants to hear about how hard my job is, so I'm not going to tell you how hard it is because it's a great gig. The condensed Olympic schedule is hard. I won't lie to you. This is hard. Next year's going to feel like a walk at the park. I hope. But the payoff that these games have been so far has been so much fun. How are you guys enjoying the Olympics so far? Just got a text from someone asking me to come on their radio show. Can't you see I'm working? You piece of crap. No, I'm kidding. Now I got to mark it as unread or I'll forget about it forever. Oh, Justin Fisher in the chat. I'm excited for the Paralympics in March. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Curling is great. Yeah, this year's been unhinged. I don't think I even tweeted out the stream. Let me go ahead and do that. 1,700 of you beauties in here watching the intermission of Canada-France. Second période. La deuxième période. Maintenant. Heather the Avs fan, my poor compatriots on my recent trip to California dealt with me stopping for birds a lot. Buddy, do you know how rich with birdism the West Coast is? I'm doing a few trips coming up. East Coast, Alberta, in the summer, West Coast. Buddy, your boy's gonna bird. Oshawa still misses you, Steve. That's sweet. So yesterday, I was at my kid's friend's birthday party. And they're like, oh, yeah, we got donuts and stuff inside, cupcakes. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to be a good boy. So I wasn't going to eat them. And then they're like, actually, it's from around the corner from my parents' house. And I went, cool. I'm mucking that like it's my last breath. Didn't even chew. Straight into the lungs. And that was incredible. Kyle Bukauskas showing all the different countries here, covering the Olympics. I am jelly. Let's go 221. Watching from New York City. Allons-y, Canada. Show them croissant lovers what it's like. It's the least you could do. Hey, we are also croissant lovers. Puck is dropped on the second period. Canada with a late goal by Mark Stone, shorthanded. So they'll actually begin the second period on the penalty kill. 30 seconds to go here on this kill. France with it in their own end. They gain the Canadian zone. Parayko says, get out of here. High stick by France, but they get it back down legally. Parayko hard around and out. France collects it in the neutral zone. Maybe they have a chance for one more attack before the power play is over. They got some speed. They dump it and chase after it. Even strength, but France still has the puck. France still with a one-timer. That goes just wide. France keeps it onside. Big battle between two big humans. Parayko's in there. France shoots through traffic. I don't know if that made its way through, but it's knocked down the ice by Brandon Hagel, who's going to give chase. No icing. Do the next 10 minutes speaking only in French. I do not have the capacity. Celebrini, McDavid, Wilson is the line. Nah, you love croissants. They love croissants. No. We call them croissants. I just suck. Big love from BC. Have a good day, bro. Merci beaucoup, mes amis. Mon ami, I guess. Jordan Bennington. Canada wins the faceoff. I don't know what faceoff is in French. Makar. Between the legs to Wilson. Between his opponent's legs, rather. Celebrini. Shout out to all the Celebronis in the chat. Wilson. In front. That's deflected wide. Deflected up and over, I should say. Makar was deep in the zone. So Taves has to mind his P's and Q's there. That goes wide of the Canadian net. McDavid. Taves gets it to Makar. Now here comes McDavid with a head of steam. Hands it off. Celebrini gives it back to McDavid. Whoa, to a trailing Makar who found Wilson, who couldn't find the shot. Makar. Canada really cute. Marner. Makar is blocked. Makar up the ice. Crosby has a lot of French defenders on him. Marner, good pressure. Stone, good pressure. Almost got another goal off a turnover. Stone, he's going to have to chase after that. He gets support from Theodore. Crosby in the corner. Doughty! That's blocked. Marner was tied up there in front. France gets out of their end. Stone chases them right back into their end. France gains the Canadian zone. It's into the corner. Theodore to Doughty. Swats it. Gets it out. No icing. France in their own corner. McKinnon giving chase. Belmar. Swatted deep. Into the Canadian zone. Suzuki and McKinnon break out. Sanheim joins the rush. Sanheim can't get it across to Suzuki. Shoot. Canada has 17 shots. They should have way more. They're getting too cute. Belmar helps kick the puck loose, but Canada breaks out. Parayko sort of bobbles it. Suzuki battling for it. Now he's got to get onside as Canada gets their fourth line out there. Which version of the fourth line is it? I see Bennett. I see Jarvis. Still no Marchand. Or Morrissey for that matter. Harley with it. Harley out there with Theodore. Harley dumps it. Reinhart is the third member of this fourth line with Horvat on the bench. Canada keeps it alive. Reinhart, Harley. On! Jarvis couldn't get to that. Theodore. Cross ice. Jarvis, good work. Bennett gets it to Reinhart. Reinhart tries from a sharp angle, but it's stopped by Junka. Mike Johnson and I, great minds think alike. He says, I don't mind that from Sam Reinhart. Yeah, dude, shoot! Emo jalapeno saying, stop! I could have dropped my croissant. Good reference. Good reference. Oh, Jeff Boisvert saying Saint Hubert gravy is the best. It's been so long since I've had it. The only way to decide this is if I have Swiss Chalet and Saint Hubert at the same time. Makar, up the ice. I have a very stupid question. Is Saint Hubert available anywhere outside of Quebec? Drew saying you can get it in the grocery stores. I thought I'd seen it in the grocery store. But does the grocery store Saint Hubert taste like the establishment Saint Hubert? Saint Hubert. Drew says, I don't know, but it's delicious. Celebrini. Oh, to McDavid. Oh! And Canada doesn't score, but they draw a hook off Team France shots 18-6. 14:23 to go in the second. Canada with a chance to increase their lead here. Bozon. That's a name I recognize too. Is it Tim Bozon? I don't think it's Tim Bozon. Kevin Bozon? They're talking about Philippe Bozon. That's his dad. 59. He played in the NHL. Played for the St. Louis Blues. I'm trying to figure out is this Kevin or Tim? Or it could be David. Confusing. Crosby with it. Reinhart. McKinnon finds Crosby, but France clears them out. James Stemler, it's a goal-scoring competition, not a create-a-goal version of the Mona Lisa competition. Shoot the puck. I agree. Here comes McDavid. Puts it off the side of the net. Come on, Connor. You're chasing history, bud. Crosby. McKinnon with it at the point. Scrum battle here. Canada loses the zone on their own. Francois Labelle, we have another chain in Quebec. Benny/O. And then you put COQ, which I think is pronounced cook. France clears the zone. Canada with a bit of a disjointed looking power play here, boys. A minute to go here in this power play. 19-6 are the shots. Makar to McDavid. McDavid to Crosby. Crosby to Reinhart. Shoot that! He holds it. Bobble at it. And here comes France. Bellemare dumps it. Canada going to get the second unit out there. Binnington. You're Sam Reinhart, dog. Shoot it. Shoot, he had a good lane, too. Here comes Marner. Hands it off to Horvat. Horvat back to Theodore. Marner tries to find Horvat. Gets it to Theodore. Marner. Net front. Stone. Celebrini. Pass into his feet. Celebrini. Horvat. Marner. Oh, my God. One of you shoot it. Down low to Stone. Theodore. One-timer from Celebrini. Stopped by Junka. That was good. See how he shot it and almost scored? Do that. Theodore. Marner. Penalty is over. Done. That was deflected on, but stopped by Junka. And Canada doesn't score on the power play against France again. Marchand, Morrissey, and Kemper in the stands. Marchand looking happy. Morrissey and Kemper looking dead serious. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. Cards! Hockey cards. Tim Hortons. We're looking for 2010s. McKinnon's, Crosby's, and donuts. It's not signed, but I do like it very much. Nathan McKinnon. One thing you're noticing on a lot of these cards is, for most players, it's their complete lack of Olympic experience, because NHL players haven't been at the Olympics for a very long time. Very nice to see them back. Sam Montembeault. I believe we've already had Sam Montembeault. And this is another insert. Is it numbered? Matt Barzal, Northern Stars. Got rid of it. Francois Lebel, Vintage Marner. Hey, he almost scored. Does Ontario have Thai Express? Yes. Ontario loves a burrito and a Thai place. And a butter chicken place. There's a place just called Butter Chicken. That's the name of the establishment. Straight to the point. No time to screw around. Bennett wins the draw. Sanheim on. That's blocked. France gets it out off the boards. Bit of a game of whack puck in the neutral zone. Jarvis. Doughty dumps it. Playing a little game of whack puck here. Whack. Puck. Oh, I wanted Canada to score there. That would have been unreal. That would have been real. France dumps it. I'm dying. Bennett whacking at it. Doughty. Sanheim. Feathered in by Canada. Shots 22-6. Scores 3-1. Now here comes France. Turned around. Now Canada's goal differential heading into this game was +9. He had the opportunity to really run the score up here today, and it'd be great if they took that chance. Parayko. Here comes McDavid. Hero ball. Hands it off. Shot. Stopped by Junka. Celebrini. That was a good stop by Junka. Celebrini. Shout out to all the Celebronis in the chat. The future is red and white. McDavid picked off. Tries to get it back. Doesn't work. Hey, how about Canada getting their first goal today, eh? Mikhail Kingsbury. Here comes McKinnon. He's got Hagel with him. Hagel off the post. Suzuki. Taves. Makar. France reeling one-timer. That one's fired wide. Makar. Taves. Suzuki. Tries to get it to McKinnon. France 2-on-1 on Suzuki. Can't get it off him. Still can't. Now McKinnon helps. Hagel with it. To Taves at the point. Off the side of the net. McKinnon bodied. Gets back up. Pinch from Makar to keep it alive. And the French finally get rid of it. I almost said the France. Here comes Suzuki as the French change. Suzuki falls. Where's the puck? And they're calling it offside. 9:28 to go in the second. That was an odd play. Mike Johnson saying what we're all thinking. Got to find a way to put some of these in. I've been begging them to shoot. I don't have a problem with McDavid handing that off. It led to a pretty good chance. Hagel, right off the post. I thought Junka might have saved it. Oh, Hagel should have at least 3 goals these Olympics, eh? At least 3. Easily the most snake-bitten player on the team. Canada wins that back. Great job from Marner on the box out. Stone has it taken off him. Theodore stops it at the blue line. Theodore, loses it. Crosby keeps it alive in the neutral zone. Marner and Stone. Marner hands it off to Crosby. In front to no one. Doughty. Theodore! That one goes wide. Shea Theodore, not to be confused with Alvin or Simon. If you got that joke, get your prostate checked. Oh, off the post! Binnington with the save. That puck went off a skate, hit the post, and Binnington makes the save. And Shea Theodore laboring a little. Oh, dear. Canada dancing. And looking dangerous here in the second, but geez, you got to shoot. Got to shoot. TV timeout. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like. Click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Alvin! Some of you got it. Selly is going to go even crazier when he's back. Is that what you guys call him? Celebrini is Selly? I mean, it's kind of perfect. The future is red and white. I've been saying this. Wow. Drew with a really good point. Canada is only +4 up on Team USA in goal differential. They need more. Who's USA's game against today? Germany, who just lost to Latvia. Yeah, man. You're going to have to score some goals here. Ethan the Slacker. France is 0-9 in world play. Played in Spain. There was a hockey tournament in Spain? That's awesome. Maybe not that they lost, but Binnington out of the net to play it. Whoop! Leaves it for Sanheim. Almost gave it away. Horvat. Can't clear the zone. Belmar. France fakes the shot. Then they take it. That goes wide. Rebound. Binnington hugs the post. And Bennett taken down behind the Canadian net. He wanted a call. Horvat tries to go around his man. That's definitely interference, and Canada will go to the power play. He might have saved a goal. Horvat would have had a break. Canadian power play has to score here, right? What are they, 0-2? 0 for 2 or 0 for 3 against France? Score a friggin' goal. And this is Johanna V2 in the box. One of the very few players on Team France with NHL experience. He doesn't have a ton. He played 58 games, split between the Devils and Oilers. He was only in North America for a cup of coffee, 2 seasons. Devils, Albany Devils as well, and then the Edmonton Oilers. Canadian power play has begun. McDavid. Makar. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm fed up with this nonsense. And Canada rips it to the back of the net. Cale Makar. I don't think that hit anything. But the back of the net, yeah, he looked healthy there. Absolutely, Drew. I'm tired of this nonsense. McDavid with another point. I don't think anyone touched that. Maybe a French defender. Here, look at it. Choo. I don't think that hits anything. That's Cale Makar saying, I am fed up. Let's score a goal. Canada up 4-1 on France. 7:50 to go in the second. There's a lot of time left in this game. Crosby. Celebrini. Oh, can't receive the pass. Oh, Wilson threatened to hit there, and France is going to ice the puck as a result. 7:34 to go in the second. François Labelle, merci beaucoup pour le 5 gâteau memberships. How did I do? So, Drew, correct me if I'm wrong. That gives McDavid 8 points in these 3 games? No, he had a point. He had a secondary assist on the first goal. Oh, cross ice! That goes just wide. So that would tie McDavid with Jonathan Toews for most points in an Olympics ever by a Canadian with NHL players. Celebrini finds McDavid behind the net. McDavid to Doughty. Cross ice to Harley. This camera angle is giving me vertigo. Celebrini hands it off. McDavid. What a move. Wilson. What a stop by Junka. Wilson got that perfectly. Junka with the great reaction save. Celebrini finds McDavid cross ice. McDavid bodied by the much bigger Frenchman, but Canada keeps it alive. Doughty. Harley, good stop up. Celebrini. Junka with the save. 6:36 to go in the second. Crazy to me it's not even noon. Man, that's a great save from Junka. Wilson placed that pretty well, too. He did shoot it a little towards the middle of the net. He does elevate it, though. Yeah. I mean, you want to hit the net, I guess. Yeah. McKinnon on the draw against Suzuki. Oh, shot right off the faceoff is blocked. That's Hagel again. France bulldogs it over their blue line. It's behind the net. Good job by France on that play. McKinnon, Sanheim, all battling in there. Theodore back in the corner. Theodore leaves it for Sanheim. Not very hard around. France gets a shot, but it bobbles off of a few deflections wide. Theodore, good job chopping that loose. Shots 26-7 for Canada. Suzuki up the ice. Oh, almost sprung. McKinnon on a breakaway, who almost got an opportunity off the end boards. I think Canada's thinking cookie night, and they're just a little too cute. Hagel, Crosby. Suzuki shot. Blocked and out of play. 5:29 to go in the second. Cale Makar puts Canada up 4-1 as we head to commercial break. Steve Dangle here. On the SDPN YouTube channel, click like, click subscribe. Tell all your friends. Can we get some water emojis in the chat? We got to hydrate. We need water. And only then will I allow myself to quench my thirst. Click like, but also click water. Agua. Beer. Oh, we're getting some water. We're getting a little bit of water going. Oh, we're getting lots of water going. A little bit of coffee. That's okay. Milk? Oh, no, I need water. Hawkins cheesies. That counts. Let's go. Oh. Yo, that's crazy. Drew says Connor McDavid for -3. Wait, sorry, for 3 points was minus 180. Oh my God. Well, he's at 2. I think he's at 2. He could be at 3. Pretty sure he's at 2. Crosby line. Ozone draw. Crosby, Marner, Stone. Looks like Taves, Makar. Thank you, chat, for letting me hydrate. Makar feathers it into the corner. Stone first on it. Marner in support. Crosby there too. France comes up with it, though. Out of reach. Taves keeps it alive on the cycle. Stone to Makar. Taves. Shot. Stopped by Junka. And held on to. Oh. Producer Drew with a great point. 2 of the 3 Avalanche players on Team Canada have scored. And none of them are Nathan McKinnon. Stone battling. Oh, Texier almost had a break there, but here comes France. They have numbers. They have Texier. They have a shot. It's blocked. That's France's best rush in a while. Cross ice. Parayko can't catch up to it. Canada looking for a change here. Francois, I can't remember if I said thank you for the memberships, but merci beaucoup. Oh, yeah, I did. I tried to say it in French. Craig says, in Edmonton can't find a goalie. Try harder. That's hilarious. Harley finds Horvat. A streaking Bo Horvat. Oh, he tucked it between Junka. It's loose and held on to. That made its way through Junka, but not to the back of the net. Crazy Horvat's on the 4th line. Why is Junka down right now? Is he just being silly? Or did he hurt himself? Oh, Horvat did manage to squeak at 5-hole, but not toward the net. Junka. Oh, he lost the skate blade. Mike Johnson saying the athletic therapist came on the ice for an injury and they sent him back to the bench to get the equipment guy. That's hilarious. Hey, good hustle, says Mike Johnson. Absolutely. Equipment guy, nice ovation. French bench is laughing. Attaboy. Attaboy. Junka has been very busy. 29 shots already through not even 2 full periods. Canada wins that draw. Reinhart can't find Bennett. Reinhart keeps it alive only momentarily. Canada receives it in the neutral zone, and the pressure is relentless. Sam Reinhart keeps it alive with his foot twice. Knocked to the ice, though. Can France get out? Looks like they will, but not with much. Bennett. Horvat with speed. Horvat. Bennett can't get the shot off. Bennett to the point. Sanheim down low. And France directs it down the ice. I think this will be icing. No icing. Okay. I guess because it was off a deflection. Doughty rushing through the neutral zone. Flips it in for a streaking Connor McDavid. Tries to poke it around to Wilson. Doesn't work. McDavid gains the zone. Oh, he's knocked down. Gets right back up. Celebrini. McDavid. Oh, can't quite get it to Harley. 3:20 to go in the second. Oh, Heather the Avs fan sent 10 SDPN memberships. Merci beaucoup, Heather. I don't know why I put the accent. By the way, I read the hockey sweater to my kids, and I do it in Rock Carrier's Quebecois accent because I can't read it any other way. It feels weird. It feels weird to read it the way I talk. And you have to start with the sign, Bienvenue à Saint-Justin, Quebec. McKinnon, Theodore in front. Oh, I think Celebrini got the deflection there. No goal. Binnington hands it off. Harley, dart up the ice. Celebrini, partial break. Celebrini, hook to the ice. Penalty shots. Let's go. Let's go, kid. You got a penalty shot at the Olympics. Canada's youngest player has a penalty shot at the Milano Cortina. Nope, Milano Cortina Olympic Games. Let's go, kid. Bury this. Bury it. Oh, they can pick anyone. It doesn't have to be Celebrini. Oh, give it to the kid. Yeah, let the kid take it. Here he goes. 2:44 to go in the second. Macklin, Celebrini, penalty shot at the Olympics. Celebrini scores! Macklin, Celebrini. The future is red and white. The future is here. And Canada takes a 5-1 lead nearing the end of the second period. Let's go, kid. The dazzling hands, forehand just under the blocker, and no Selly. Good on Canadian. Look at that. That's nasty. Sammy Lindstrom, you should read the book to the chat. Drew, is that against some sort of law? Like some sort of copyright law? Can you look it up? I'll do it. Because it's the shortened version, too. There's like a shortened version for little kids. Steve, how good would the Canadian Olympic team be in the NHL? Oh, here, I got a game to call. Canada. Stone almost sprung on a break. Stone steals it. Crosby. Marner. Oh, France puts it in their own net. I think that's going to be Crosby's goal. That's going to be Crosby's goal. Under 20 seconds after Celebrini makes it 5-1. I've lost track of the score. After Celebrini makes it 5-1, Sidney Crosby off a foot makes it 6-1. Let's get another look at this. You know what's interesting? I think it's possible Canada's offside here, but Crosby puts it off a Frenchman and Junka bit hard. He's trying to cover Marner, who that pass was intended for, and it goes off of one of the French players' sticks and into the back of the net, and they don't challenge it. So Canada, off the opening draw, they're up 6-1, and they dump it. Not opening draw, center ice draw. I often call it opening draw. Reinhart, Jarvis. Oh, Reinhart. That's behind the net. Sanheim keeps it alive. Oh, Canada just pouring it on here. Reinhart. Horvat. Reinhart. Horvat. In the corner. To Theodore at the point. Sanheim at the point. Jarvis behind the net. Almost collides with Reinhart. France doing a good job digging, but it's Jarvis who comes up with it. The cycle stays alive. Reinhart. Traffic in front. Shot from Horvat. That's blocked. Reinhart pinned to the boards. Jarvis has to fight for it. He's doing everything he can, but Canada leaves for the change. Here comes France. They dump it around. Good stop from Binnington. Rather, he stopped it behind the net. A streaking Nathan McKinnon appears. How many goals till France's will is broken? At least one more. Doughty. Now they're in Canada's end, though. Here's McDavid. McDavid trying to go on his own. Celebrini almost steals. Kept alive by McKinnon. It's the big boys. Celebrini out there with McKinnon and McDavid. McKinnon! That goes wide. Celebrini. McDavid. Shoot that. He's blocked. Celebrini tries to feather it through. Doesn't work. No one at the Canadian point. Doughty gets it. Buttman should be jailed for stealing this from us, says Francois Lebel. Sirop d'érable? D'érable? I don't know what that means. I hope it's not a swear. Hagel drives, stops up to Parayko, who loses it in his feet a little bit. Hagel tries to shovel it in front. There's Suzuki, covered up by Junka. And that's the end of the second period. Canada, geez, was really having trouble scoring goals in this goal-scoring contest and then poured it on at the end of the second period, spearheaded by a Macklin Celebrini penalty shot goal. Crosby scores one, and I wonder if the dam has broken in Milano Cortina. Steve Dangle here on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell your friends it is a 6-1 Canada lead at the Olympics. Brett, I live in Alberta and just woke up to a gold medal. Yeah. And the score with McDavid already having 2 points. It's a good Sunday morning indeed, buds. Absolutely, positively. Tommy Boy. Steve, how good would the Canadian Olympic team be in the NHL? Love from Ireland. Loving the pods with you, Adam and Jesse. Keep up the great work. First of all, thank you. It's very kind. I mean, they would win, right? You would assume they would win the Stanley Cup. You would assume they would win President's Trophy. Cool man Lanny. Mac attack! Ah! Oh, Francois Lebel. Dude, it's maple syrup. I don't know French. Rusty Mitchell, the hockey sweater is under copyright. Reading it aloud in its entirety on stream, you are profiting, and it would be a violation, not legal advice. I think you're right. There's a reason people don't do that. Like, I'm pretty sure I can't, on my own channel, just read my books. I've done it for like certain chapters, but like I gave them a heads up I was going to do it. I'm pretty sure I can't do it. Meghan. Oh, are you just Megan with a... Okay. Megan! I was late joining the stream. But did you already talk about the men's team taking the Milan subway to get around? How awesome. I can send videos. I've seen it. I've heard it. I've seen people go like, who are these people? From what I hear, it's a better way to get around than the car. It sounds like getting in and out of that arena by car is a bit of a pain in the bum. But I think that's awesome. I mean, you might as well get the full experience, right? Al, Sid never ceases to amaze me. Honestly, I would not be surprised if he's still our captain in 2030. Canada will be in good hands, but I dread the day he retires. Well, don't worry about it because I don't think it's happening anytime soon. Brett, one more point for McDavid today. Like you predicted, Steve, I think it's coming. And I think he's scoring. McDavid will score before this game is done. That's going to happen. Drew, what do we got? Oh, we got Big Dubs for second intermission. This is our highlight video that we do for the WHL that I shoot right over there. Right over there. Oh, did I screw up where the camera is? Here, let me. There we go. Okay. Here's Big Dubs on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe. Tell your friends we will be back after Big Dubs. Hello, friends. Steve Dangle here, and welcome to another episode of Big Dubs, where we take a look at the best from around the Western Hockey League over this past week. Where should we start? I have an idea. Here's Prince Albert Raiders star and Vancouver Canucks prospect, Braden Coots.
To the right side point for Cripps now. Cripps holds onto it, fires towards the goal. It's stopped, but it comes loose to Coots now. He'll walk in, backhand, scores! Braden Coots
backhands this one up the roof. Phenomenal backhand shot from Braden Coots, and it's 4-2 Raiders.
I love that goal for less of what happens on the ice and more of what happens in the booth. First of all, the hands, and he just feathers the backhand. No angle. That's a ridiculous goal. But the play-by-play and the color commentary are the only two valid reactions you can have. The first being, what a goal! Oh my goodness, Braden Coots! Like, I don't know if you did that all in one breath or not. And then color commentary just, well. Valid. Valid. Coots was drafted 15th overall by the Vancouver Canucks this past June, and he actually made his NHL debut this past October. The 19-year-old has 24 points in 16 games since being acquired by Prince Albert at the WHL trade deadline. Why'd they go out and get him? Well, last week, Prince Albert became the first team in the WHL to clinch a playoff berth this year. Keep making the play-by-play guys lose their minds, dude. Braden Coots. Big dub. For our next highlight, I want to introduce you to Carter Sutherland of the Edmonton Oil Kings. He had 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points in in 1 game as a defenseman.
Bag move, works it into the circle, fire stop, rebound, Hansen on the doorstep, couldn't get it to go. Obo Bifo, he'll pick a pocket, right wing circle, gets it across, Southern, scores! Quite find a 53 seconds to go here in the second. Centering feed, Goyce gets stopped, rebound, score! Carter Sutherland's got 2! It's 7-3 Edmonton! Trying to chip it low, it's knocked down. There's Goyce across. Here's Southern circle, cutting his way in. Southern the backhander, rebound, scores! Carter Southern is the second Oil King ever to score a hat trick. It's 11-4 Edmonton.
Ridiculous. Those 5 points were in a real nail biter against Moose Jaw, where Edmonton won 11-4. In that performance, Sutherland became just the second WHL defenseman this season to get a hat trick behind Bryce Pickford. And this was only the second hat trick by a defenseman in Edmonton Oil Kings history. The other was Ashton Sautner in the 2014-15 season. And to put a real bow on it, this 5-point performance, which was a career best for Carter Sutherland, came in his 250th WHL game. Sutherland was selected 135th overall in the 5th round by the Philadelphia Flyers in 2023. But he didn't sign with the team, something to keep an eye on. He had 6 goals and 5 assists in 4 games to become the Tempo WHL Player of the Week. And looking at those numbers, yeah, Carter Sutherland. Big dub. Now, let's highlight a name that you should probably already know. He was the first overall pick in the 2025 WHL Prospects Draft. Watch this thievery from Maddox Schultz of the Regina Pats.
Pass it in the middle, hit a stick, rebound Maddox Schultz, here he is, backhander, scores! How do you like that one, Clarence?
Oh, yes, that's the line we were talking about. First and third pick there, Pugh, Schultz. That's the young line.
Nasty, but I do want to point something out. On this play, Maddox Schultz stole the puck from a Calgary Hitmen player named Hunter Ora. You could argue that he harvested the puck away from Hunter Ora, technically making this goal Ora farming. Don't boo me! It was very good! I liked it! It's terrible, and I'd like to apologize. Now, it would be the Hitmen getting the last laugh in this game, winning 4-3, but Maddox Schultz threw up a goal, this one, and an assist. Get this, Schultz is just 15 years old, and he's eligible for the 2026 draft? Nope. 2027 draft? Nope. The 2028 NHL draft. In just 20 games, the 15-year-old forward already has 16 points. He's off to a pretty good start. Maddox is helping Regina fight tooth and nail to get into the WHL playoffs, something they haven't done since Connor Bedard was on their team. Good luck to the Regina Pats and Maddox Schultz. Big dub. I don't think that'll be the last time we see him. Hey, speaking of guys that we're not going to see for the last time, Landon DuPont of the Everett Silvertips. The prodigy returns to Big Dubs. What does he have in store for us this time?
DuPont stepping in towards the net, shot blocked. Picked up by Smith. DuPont gets it back right side to the net, he scores! Power play goal for Landon DuPont! Silvertips grab back the lead!
That was clinical. First of all, I know that goal felt amazing. It was a tie game late in the third, 2-2. Look at the shots. 44-18 for Everett. They wanted that one. But Landon DuPont taking a shot. It's blocked. All right, I didn't like that side anyway. Let me go to the other side and rip it. Landon DuPont is preposterous. 46 points in 47 games. As a defenseman, in his second year in the WHL, he's 16 still. That's his 13th goal of the season. He scored 17 last year. We'll see if he can beat that total. By the way, I can do math. That gives him 30 career WHL goals before his 17th birthday, and there's still time to get more. As a right shooting defenseman, this kid is going to go very, 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 very high in the NHL draft when it's his turn, because he's not even eligible yet. On Monday, February 16th, DuPont will finally play his first WHL game in his hometown of Calgary. He's played 110 games in the WHL, and he hasn't played in his hometown yet. The reigning WHL Rookie of the Year is eligible for the 2027 NHL draft, so remember that one as well. Landon DuPont, Big Dub. We got time for one more highlight in this week's edition of Big Dubs. Let's go to Ethan Hughes of the Spokane Chiefs.
Stevenson will carry the puck, now leave it back. Alstead poked away there by Hughes. He's coming on a breakaway. Hughes down the middle, comes in, backhander shoots, and scores! Ethan Hughes with 2:50 left in the second, and Spokane out to a 4-1.
Ew! That is like a highlight reel bingo card. Steals it for the goal, nailed it. Steals it for the breakaway goal, nailed it. And then the filthy hands on that one. That reminds me, and this player was, I don't think he was alive when this happened. Let me just check. I know he might have been. Let me think about, no, he wouldn't have been. It reminds me of Sidney Crosby's famous shootout winner against the Montreal Canadiens in Sidney Crosby's rookie year, which was the 2005-2006 season, which Ethan Hughes was not alive for. Just me? All right, yeah, sure, I'll be old then. They look the same. It's mostly just the leg kick, but then he also tucks it backhand. The Spokane Chief was part of the 2024 WHL champion Moose Jaw Warriors. Now get this. Hughes was diagnosed with kidney cancer and a Wilms tumor when he was just 10 years old. He underwent 19 weeks of chemotherapy before returning to the ice. Now he's played 152 WHL games, played another 20 in the WHL playoffs, and he's a WHL champion. Ethan Hughes, incredible story, incredible player, incredible goal. Big dub. So, my friend, what did you think of this week's edition of Big Dubs? Let us know down in the comments. But for now, that is it. Steve Dangle here on the SCPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell your friends. We're going to play Go to the Net on the Spark app. You can play this at any time, any day. You gosh darn silly goose. All right. I didn't mean to use that harsh language, but you're a silly goose if you can play Go to the Net. Drew, I'm ready. We have started. Go to the Net. And the categories are drafted in 2011, drafted in the first round, 2026 Olympic Team United States. Oh boy. Drafted in the first round. Let's go Matthews. Oh wait, no, sorry. Yeah, middle first round. He was drafted first round. He plays for the United States. So not in the middle. He's between US and first round. So the one under the middle. Jordan Binnington, I'm going to do drafted in 2011 because I'm almost positive he was drafted 2011. by the St. Louis Blues. Drafted 2011 and first round. I think I'm going to go Teuvo Teravainen. Drew's saying it's got to be Zibanejad. Well, no, he doesn't play for Team USA. So yeah, I'm going to go Teravainen. Middle, I think, is Trocheck. Plays for Team USA, I think, is just Jackson Lacombe because he's too young. Yeah, Jackson Lacombe, drafted in 2011, plays for the U.S. Here, click that again. Wait, who do we have left? Oh, so GT Miller. When was Miller drafted? Put him in the States and first round one, or States and 2011 one. And Zibanejad is the just first round. I have 4 wrong? Oh my God. Which ones? Oh my God. Switch Trocheck and Miller? Oh, yeah. Why didn't I? Yeah. Switch Trocheck and Miller. That's stupid. Yeah, Zibanejad and Teravainen, I guess. Correct. Oh, boy. I think I stunk. 20th out of what? 23. Ew. By the way, you guys are monsters. Look at Liam. He's in first, 25 seconds. I did this game yesterday. Was it yesterday? Whenever it was. Yeah. No, but I mean by myself, Drew. Like, and I was like, oh, it'll be easier because like I'm not telling Drew to click all that. I was still like a minute 11, and I'm like, oh man, I killed it. And it's like, cool. The person who won did it 3 times as quick. You guys are animals. JD Atkinson, for people wondering how Team Canada would do in the NHL, 0 for 82. This team is almost entirely salary cap. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, they would lose a lot. Chris Johnston in the group chat with an absolutely incredible bit of trivia. Sharks forward Macklin Celebrini became the second player to ever score a penalty shot goal at an Olympics with NHL participation. Following who? This was Valentine's Day 2002. So 24 years, almost to the day later, Celebrini becomes the second player ever. What country? I'm not going to make you guess the player. You're never going to get it. What country did that player play for? A clue is that country is in the Olympics this year. So your 2 clues are, I have no faith that you will get it. Belgium, Hungary, no. Canada, no. Finland, no. Latvia. I've heard of Latvia. Andres Matisins. He played for some teams. Dinamo Riga in the 80s. Aset in Finland. Played a little bit of Division 1 and 2 in Sweden. Allsvenskan. I want to find out he played with someone crazy. I'm going to click on his. Oh, the game's on? Sorry, game's on. Here comes Canada. Celebrini sets up McDavid. I told you! Didn't I tell you? Connor McDavid, 20 seconds into the third, buries it. 3rd point of the game. 9th point of these Olympics. And Connor, with 9 points in 1 Olympics for Canada, beats the mark set by Jonathan Toews in 2010. Celebrini sets up McDavid, forehand, backhand. He made history and no celebration to speak of. The man is here to win gold medals and chew bubblegum, and he's all out of bubblegum. Steve Dangle here. on the SDPN YouTube channel. Click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Canada now leads 7-1. That's not Junka. Who's the goalie for France? 0-1, yeah, not doing so good. Keller. Or is it Calais? Antoine Keller. Let me see what I know about him. Antoine Keller is a draft pick of the Washington Capitals from 2023. He did come over, play a few games in the ECHL this year, actually. But he's back in the Swiss League right now. 6'2", 170, 21-year-old. Played in the QMJHL. 37 games with Acadie Bathurst. Titan. David Owens, McDavid live bet to score next goal wins plus 910. Woo! Oh, you hit that? Good for you. Marner steals it in the neutral zone. Oh, I thought they called a penalty for a sec. Here comes France. Slap shot. They score! Slapper beats Binnington clean, and France scores their second goal on their 8th shot. It's 7-2. Goal differential is still very much a thing that we must pay attention to, with the United States set to play Germany later today. Sasha Trey, 38-year-old, 6'3", 218 pounds, has played the majority, about half of his career in France. 3 French titles. The other half of his career was in Czechia. 17 goals, 29 points in 32 games with Grenoble. And I agree, Drew. It'd be nice to get a save there. This is the thing. Binnington, in games where he's not engaged, doesn't care. Like, doesn't care. But not exactly instilling confidence. Bennett to the point. And now here comes France. 1-on-2. Spins, fires. Whoa! That very narrowly was stopped by Binnington. That went under his skate and he pinched it. Sasha Trey. So his brother is the coach of the team? Did I hear Mike Johnson correctly? That's pretty cool. No way. So the second leading scorer on Grenoble, his French league team, is Francois Beauchemin, but it's not the Francois Beauchemin. It's a different one. Makar can't get it across to Taves. Here comes France. A little bit of speed here. You can't let up. Goal differential still too important in this game. You got to hang 10 on these guys, man. Taves just rocked 2 guys at once. Canada can't clear the zone. On. Puck loose. Acquired by Texier. That goes over a stick. Ooh, nearly a breakaway for Suzuki. Brett just tuned back in and McDavid scored. What a beauty. Someone was asking me if I saw their super chat. I don't think I got that super chat. McDavid, pinned behind the French net. Wilson lays the body rather harshly. Parayko keeps it alive for McDavid. Parayko drives, hands it off. McDavid at the point. Comes downhill, shoots. Stopped by Antoine Keller. Click like. How many likes we got? Not enough, but how many likes we got? Never enough. Click like. It's free. It helps us. Do you pull Binnington for the rest if he looks shaky? No. You let him figure it out. Harley. Canada in the French zone. Stone after it. Stone in the zone. Crosby squirts it loose. No one there, though. Marner pressuring. Crosby also pressuring, but here comes France to the neutral zone. They almost lose the puck in their feet. Excuse me. On! That is blockered away. Stone can't get it out. On! Through traffic. That's blocked. Marner bats that out of the air and down the ice all the way into the French zone. No icing. Marner's actually quite good at that. Here comes France. They dump it. Binnington out of the net to play it. 2,500 athletes, 10K condoms used this Valentine's weekend, says Buck. Honestly, doesn't feel like I would expect more, is all I'm saying. Theodore, Bennett, Horvat, everyone battling. A massive humanity along the French half wall. 36-10 are the shots. Bennett comes out with it. Stanheim. Around. Keller. Theodore. Bennett. On. That sort of took a hop wide. Sanheim. It's behind the French net. Horvat giving chase. France can't get out of the zone yet. Theodore. Bennett. Drags. Shoots. Blocked. Theodore holds it. Horvat. This fourth line's been hungry. I'd play them lots. Horvat. Stop by Keller. Rebound. Reinhart. Theodore. Bennett. One-timer. Stop. Rebound. Scores. Bo Horvat. On the rebound. Canada now leads 8-2 with 14:46 still to play. Francois Labelle, I clicked like twice. Does that help? No! It actually does the opposite. So who get the points here? This is great from Theodore. Bennett. One-timer from Reinhart, and Horvat collects. So I believe that'll be Horvat from Bennett and Reinhart. Horvat's been excellent in and around the net. He's been straight up good at these Olympics. But, like, look at the celebration, right? Or the lack thereof. Like, Canada is just, they're not engaged, right? That's why it's hard to put too much into this game. Like, you might look at Binnington and go, I don't know. They're not engaged, man. Here's the 3-on-2 from France. Speaking of not engaged, they flubbed that. They would have had a great chance to score there. Still alive in the Canadian zone. Makar says, get out of here. Here comes Suzuki. McKinnon. To the point. One-timer from Sanheim through traffic. Suzuki reclaims it behind the net. Makar. Shot. Oh, he went corner farming. Didn't get it. Out of play. Drew, I think the score bug is behind. Unless my feed is just behind. Oh, I was right? Okay, good. Face off in the Canadian zone. McDavid, Wilson, Sanheim. It's at the point. It's down low. It's McDavid with it. Celebrini. He's got Wilson in front. Couldn't find him. Sanheim. Wilson fighting for it. Sanheim in his feet. Sanheim puts it on. Sanheim is stopped by Keller and driven wide. France gets out. Wilson, the lone man back. Drew pointing out Nathan McKinnon does not have a point yet. I don't love his line. And I don't think Cooper does either. But I also don't think he's going to use it. Now here comes Canada with speed. It's McDavid. 2-on-2. Celebrini. Harley joins the fray. Fans on it. Now here comes France. And they got Canada in a decent spot here. Oh, good stick from Connor on the back check. OV2. OV2 in front. Stopped by Bennington and held on to. For the D zone. Excuse me, draw. I think I said 12-1. I know. I'm wrong. I'm officially wrong. Steve Dangle here. On the STPN YouTube channel, click like, click subscribe, tell all your friends. Tristan, I don't think the lack of Selly is engagement. I think it's more sportsmanship, knowing they have to run up the score. Could be 8-0 with routine saves. Yeah, but it's not, right? Like, you lose your mind when the goal means something to you. I know it's sportsmanship, but like, some of these guys, this is your first and only Olympics. This is the last chance you're ever going to get at it. Like when Celebrini scored, it was it 4-1, 5-1? Makar scored his first ever Olympic goal. Nah. Sidney Robinson. Oh my God, he stopped it. How dare you? Bennington is exactly who we thought he was. Well, Andrew, that's pretty loaded. Is that bad in games that don't matter and good in games that do? Because that's what I think he is. Did you receive my last 2 super chats? I don't think so. Can you look for BPRAR29? Yeah, or whoever's in the chat. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I'm scrolling. I don't see you. I saw that one. Here comes Canada. Suzuki. Canada gains the zone. McKinnon looking for his first point of the night. Hagel keeps it alive. McKinnon keeps it alive. Suzuki. McKinnon, he's got Hagel alone in front. Can't get the shot off. Can't get it to him. They're interviewing Seth Jarvis's buddies in the stands. Hagel. McKinnon gets it around. Doughty comes up the wall. Canada. McKinnon. Doughty. Hard around. Can't find McKinnon. Yeah, I'm sorry. You can't tell me McKinnon's trying his hardest here. Look at that. It's in the Canadian zone. Canada airmails it into the neutral zone. Marner in pursuit. France just dumps it again. Bennington. Whoa, funny bounce. France very could have scored there. Yeah, we didn't receive those super chats, buddy. I'm sorry. Which means they wouldn't have gone through, I assume. Taves, Makar. Up the ice. Francois Lebel, I'm not worried about Crosby's retirement. The future isn't so bad. McDavid, McKinnon, Celebrini, Bedard. Yeah, but it's cool to have all of them, isn't it? Horvat. Hard up the ice. Seth Jarvis. Oh, he's poke checked by Antoine Keller. If that poke check doesn't work, that would have been a nasty one. And Bukauskas would have been right with Jarvis's friends. That would have been incredible. Oh, text from my mom. She said, bye, Steven. Bye, Mom. We love you, Mom. She was babysitting Isla while I worked on the stream here. Apparently, Sidney Crosby has passed Jerome McGinley for most points all time by a Canadian or any player. A Canadian with NHLers. He passed Jerome McGinley, which is kind of perfect. He has 16 career points at the Olympics. McGinley had 14. Unbelievable. McDavid's got 9, and he just got here. He's been here for 5 seconds. Harley on. That's stopped by a French defender. Celebrini in front. Can't find McDavid. And now here come the French on a potential 2-on-1. Broken up. McDavid. Celebrini. Maybe a break. Can't find his lane. Wilson. McDavid. McDavid. Harley. One-timer. That hits a body in front. 42-11 are the shots. 8-2 is the score for Canada. So Canada, I believe, is plus 11 goal differential. McKinnon. One-timer! Brandon Hagel! Bagel! Breaks the bagel! He's finally got one! Brandon Hagel has scored at the Olympic Games. This line needed it. McKinnon, Suzuki, and Bagel. 9-2 Canada here in the third. McKinnon with 100 moves. And big finish. Whoa! Pebrar. I don't recall what it said before, but something along the lines of, thanks, Steve. Been following for 3 years. Been amazing to see a good, unbiased fan. Thanks, bud. Wow. That's extremely generous. Thank you so much. BP RAR 29. Batting practice RAR. Meme Empress, I know you're happy about that one. My boy, 10 goals for Canada today, y'all. It might happen right here. Picked off by France. Hagel off the post. Oh, McKinnon rocked. He got hit right in the face and he's down. He's getting up. He's not happy. Cremont apologized and he's heading to the box. That'll be a legal head contact. That's an elbow straight to the mouth. And Canada's got to make them pay here. Chelsea with a very valid question. How many points do Wick and MPP have? Like 40? Like, that's a first. He apologized. I know, that was weird, right? I'm still mad at him, and I'm sure McKinnon's fine, but that was pretty bad. Oh, Emo Jalapeno. How did I miss out on that opportunity? Everything Bagel. Milk Bag. Great name. How does it feel on to be on this side of a 9-2 game? You know? So Jeff, I haven't verified if that's correct, but Crosby has 16 points, which leads the Canadian men all time. Haley Wickenheiser has 18 goals. I might have been right with 40. That's crazy. Clinon to the box for La Bâche de la Tête. He hit McKinnon right in the face. No, he more got him on the side of the head. Tom Wilson having some conversations. Oh, that's scary. That's scary. Wilson basically going, hey, like, what are we doing here? Oh, they're reviewing this to maybe give him a 5-minute major. I know the states don't want that. They're still reviewing it. Did he leave his feet? Oh, he did leave his feet too. It's pretty bad. I know I'm a Canada fan. It's a bad hit. And Cronin acknowledged as much. Yeah, he leaves his feet. He's already got the height advantage, and he hits him in the face with his elbow. So what's the call? The microphone is not working. Minor penalty. I'm a little surprised. What do you call a seagull that lives by the bay? I don't know, but I think you're going to make me upset. It's a shame that Pittsburgh was never able to get Sid, a player like Celebrini, to teach and hand over the C. I'm sure they'll find one in like a month. Name tags. Tom Wilson. Want me to kill that guy for you? Hey, you want me to kill that guy? Mitch Marner in the corner. Stone, Marner, Horvat, Theodore. One-timer from Celebrini. That goes wide. Canada's second unit starting this power play, notably. Stone in front. That stops. Celebrini. Stops up. Shoots. Scores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pour Canada. Macklin, Celebrini, le tir et le but. Canada 10. France 2. Drew's in my ear. He said he's never had to adjust the scoreboard before. He's never had to put 2 digits. That's hilarious. Canada makes him pay. A bagel, Stove Dingle. You know what, Meme Empress? You know what? My team has 10 goals, so I'm not upset. That is Celebrini from Stone and Marner. 8:07 still to go in the third. 10-2 is the lead for Canada. Poor Keller, man. Is that Horvat's goal? I think Celebrini thought it might be. When I saw the play on the replay there, I thought it might be Horvat's goal, and Celebrini seemed to wonder as much. Oh. Reinhardt. Bennett. Canada. Parayko keeps it alive. Bennett. Jarvis. Oh, there's half a sandwich and a cup of soup upstairs for me. Yes. Sorry, I just got a text. Sanheim. In his own end. Bennett. Jarvis down in front of the Canadian bench. Is he all right? Very slow to get up. Can they get Celebrini a hattie? Would be rad. It would indeed. Wilson. He gets cross-checked. Brett, what did I say, buds? This is so awesome with this team. Great job, and putting it mildly. McDavid. Do I want it now? Yeah. Sure. Associate producer, my wife. Thank you. What is this? Is this from Goldie's? Oh, it's from Goldie's. What we got? Oh, bacon. Merci beaucoup. And what? It's a BLT. What's the soup? Chicken noodle. Thank you, associate producer, my wife. Don't let the soup get cold. Wow. Things have changed. My LTIR king has 3 points, says Girthy Bettman. I love that I know that's Mark Stone. Uh-oh. Is Wilson fighting? Whoa, no. The France player, so Wilson has not thrown a punch. The French player is beating on him. Wilson has not thrown a punch. Don't do it. Don't do it, Tom. Don't do it, Tom. Tom just ragdolls him to the ice. Tom, this is the Olympics. They will suspend you, bud. Cronin's waving him on. They're both kicked out. I didn't see Wilson throw a punch. I mean, that was a pretty stupid decision from both men. More so the French one. Was that Clénon who, that's the one who hit McDavid? Belmar! Look at Belmar's face. Crenon's gonna, like, he's done for the Olympics. You can't fight at the Olympics, bro. What are you doing? What are you doing? James Semler thinking of getting a Celebrini Canada jersey. Oh. Sorry, I got very distracted by everything going on. Apparently, you shouldn't eat while streaming. Celebrini, the first Canadian player to score in the first 3 games of his Olympic career, scores again while typing this. He honestly might be. Certainly men's. So they both get 2 minutes and 5 minutes for fighting. So Wilson Mike Johnson, Wilson saying, or sorry, Drew and Mike Johnson saying, Wilson dropping his gloves, even though he didn't throw a punch, means he will be ineligible for the quarterfinals. He will be suspended automatically. Now, what's interesting is George Peros has a say over these things at the Olympics. There has been a suspension already at these Olympics. It was on one of the Italian players. I wonder if he could potentially rescind it, but like the only argument you have is he didn't throw a punch, but he dropped his gloves. And Tom Wilson has been thrown out of Canada's final preliminary game at the Olympics and has potentially been suspended for the quarterfinal against whoever their opponent happens to be. The game is resumed. Stone out there with Crosby and Marner. Marner. Dumps it for Crosby. Keller out of the net. I think Canada's got to play no mercy here. Crosby. Off the post. Stone. In front for Marner. Can't receive the pass. Theodore. Crosby. No, you got to light these guys up. Taves. One-timer from Theodore. Behind Keller, there's a rebound. Loose puck. Crosby can't get that through. Theodore with it at the point now. Crosby. Yeah, let's let him do a little cardio, boys. Chase this puck around for 6 minutes. Taves, Theodore, Crosby, Marner. Marner knocks his man down. Canada gets it in the neutral zone. You tired yet, boys? You tired? All right. Canada dumps it. Keller out of the net. Hard around the boards. Here comes France. Binnington. Sorry, force of habit. Parayko. Hagel. Oh, almost a beautiful pass to McKinnon. Here come the French. Here they come. Cut to the middle. Back to the point. Their man knocked to the ice. This is getting chippy here all of a sudden. Some stick work in front of the Canadian net. The Leafs need to sign that Frenchman, says Brandon. France blocked. France at the point again. That was deflected, but stopped by Binnington, and it looks like a penalty coming to Canada. Only in Canada had France's shot to goal ratio. If only Canada had France's shot to goal ratio. McKinnon, I think, getting an interference call This is chaos. Sedin Magic. Yeah, I'm not about to start trusting Peros with anything. Same. Name tags. The only time I'm ever pro Wilson being Wilson. My joke was not meant to be serious, Tom. I need to see a replay of how that started. Like, Wilson didn't initiate that, right? Now, I'm assuming Brad Marchand is healthy and Canada's just saving him. So, well, and Canada's also already playing with 13 forwards today. So my assumption is if Wilson is suspended for the quarterfinals, simply McKinnon just rocks the French player for nowhere near the puck. And then he goes after another one. Two guys nowhere near the puck. France wants to play this game, man. Oh, Canada's got to kill a penalty. Up the ice. Now, if France scores here, this could potentially be a big goal because Canada is still playing for goal differential over the United States. My guess is Canada holds on to win the game. But you got to keep the goal differential as high as possible. I believe Canada's plus 14. What is Team USA, Drew? They have a game against Germany later. Canada's up 11 on the US. Oh, USA needs to win by, is it 11-0 or 11 goals? They need to win by 11 goals. France, down low. Penalty half killed. France with it at the point. Walking down low in front. They can't get that. Stone. Marner says get it deep. He does. Under 4 minutes to go. Canada be like, we're more French than you. I don't get it. Is the implication that Wilson turtled? Wilson was trying to not get suspended, and I think in the process he got suspended. Hagel! This is a 2-on-0 for Canada, shorthanded. Hagel's got Horvat with him. Hagel! Horvat! A diving breakup by France on the power play. Here come the French attacking 2-on-3. 5 seconds to go in this kill. And McKinnon will be out of the box like a bat out of hell. Here he comes. He's got Hagel with him. Hands it to McKinnon. Hands it off. Oh! Makar tried to find Hagel. Here come the French again. Swatted away. They keep it alive, though. Cycled. Binnington out of the net. Leaves it for Suzuki. Makar. His pass is blocked, and now here comes France. That's a healthy giveaway from Makar, and he gets turnstiled. A save from Binnington, and Canada takes another call. Come on, Kale. Kale, buddy. Kale. 2:27 to go in the third. Wes Richard sent 5 SDPN memberships. Gracias, gracias. French player holding his knee. Makar kind of bent the French player's knee funny. You hope that's not a hyperextension. 46-13 are the shots. 10-2 is the score. But again, goal differential matters big time. Could the States beat Germany 11-0? I don't think so. Or will the States beat Germany 11-0? I don't think so. They might. according to whoever is running the chat, it's not an automatic suspension, just an automatic ejection. Then it's reviewed for a suspension. My assumption, Wilson didn't throw a punch. I don't know. Texier. Oh, blocked. Suzuki off the boards and out down the ice. That's a great clear from Suzuki. 1:20 to go in this French power play and 1:40 to go in the third. Wilson has a Gordie Howe Hattie today at the Olympics. That's got to be the first one, right? Does he actually have a goal and assist in a fight? By the way, is that a house sparrow in your display pic? It's beautiful. Rob, I assume you're who they were referring to. I just got your text. Elliot, here, I'll read it after. French working it around. Blocked by Doughty. Cleared under a minute to go here in the third. Wes Richard just bought myself a Celebrini jersey. This kid is unreal. The future is teal, and the future is blue and white. Blue and white, red and white. I hope it's blue and white also. Horvat trying to give himself a breakaway. Doesn't work, but he's applying pressure. Here comes France attacking 5 wide behind the Canadian net. Sanheim hard around, gets it out. This will be icing against Canada with just about 21 seconds to go in the third. So from Elliot Friedman, thank you to Robert Malloy, the fighting major assessed to Tom Wilson is not an automatic 1-game suspension. Further supplemental discipline could be imposed if the double IHF wished to do so, but it is not automatic as per the 2025-26 rule book. Nathan McKinnon looks hurt. His left knee. Oh, God. Hopefully he's okay. Hagel throws it in front. Canada. Oh, boy. France had a 3-on-0 there. Here they come. Stop by Binnington. Whacked wide by Bennett. And that'll do it for the game. Canada literally quit on the game. Canada wins 10-2. They might get the first overall seed. We'll find out later after the results of Team USA Germany. It's looking good, but lots of questions remain. Will Tom Wilson be suspended for the quarterfinal? Will Nathan McKinnon be healthy for the quarterfinal? He's on the ice right now, doing fist bumps and everything. How does it feel to root for Marner again? Easy. He's wearing a Leaf. I always cheer for Marner when he's wearing a Leaf. McKinnon is in the handshake line. Looks okay. Pierre Renaud has 2 goals and 7 assists and 66 penalty minutes in 29 games, says Brandon. Sedin Magic Draisaitl might go Super Saiyan if Germany loses 11-0. They'll score. What happens if Germany wins? So I believe Canada and the U.S. will be the... Oh, what happens if Germany wins? Canada gets first seed no matter what. Because that would make... I believe Canada's the only 3-0 team. Yeah. The States have a very good opportunity against Germany to be the other 3-0 team, and then it's going to come down to goal differential. Canadian goal differential plus 17. USA needs to beat Germany by 10, says Rusty Mitchell. Tom Wilson with an Olympic Gordie Howe hat trick. Can we get a let's go, Wilson? So Elliot Friedman saying it's not an automatic 1-game suspension on air. What is John Cooper's given the boys kind of a what for? And the team's waiting. I guess they're going to salute after the French team. That was interesting. Another game, another well-deserved win. Till next game, Steve. See y'all later, says Brett. McKinnon's doing okay, by the looks of it. It's my expert opinion. Marner's having a little chat with McKinnon right now. You smiling? I don't know when the quarterfinals are, Drew. I think it might have been a Charlie horse there on McKinnon. Or his shin guard's in a weird spot. He's fine. Oh, something hurt him for sure. He looks fine. We'll see. Tuesday is the play-in round. Wednesday is the quarters. Wow. So that's pretty fast and furious, eh? I guess it's Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. That's what we're looking at if Canada was to go all the way, which is by no means guaranteed. I imagine if McKinnon was really hurt, he wouldn't be on the ice right now. Does Leo know if we won yet? I think so. I'll go upstairs and make sure. Where I'll eat my sandwich that I almost choked on. I'm gonna eat the sandwich, Drew, and then I'll shoot the video quick for you. Don't you worry, bud. So the panel's not talking about McKinnon or Wilson right now, so I don't care. So I'm turning it off. Canada. 10-2. Le victoire. Over Team France. 10-2. Canada. Tom Wilson. Olympic Gordy. He didn't throw a punch. Now, here's what I don't love. French men's Olympic roster. So what is his name? Crénon. Pierre Crénon from Grenoble. Wait, were we already talking about him? No, I think this is just another player on Grenoble. So he's won 2 French titles, including one last year. He's 30. So what I was going to say is, like, does he know this is his last Olympics, so he doesn't care if he gets kicked out? But, like, he could definitely play at the next one if France makes it. I mean, he was throwing punches. Like, what an idiot. Not smart. Wilson dropped his gloves, didn't throw a punch, which not much better. But it might make all the difference. Bomb Squad. Isn't French hosting the next one? Oh, I don't know. I live my life one Olympics at a time. Corrupted just got a Tylenol ad featuring Nathan McKinnon. That's pretty funny. Denmark is up 1-0 on Latvia. Says the sleuths in the chat. USA Germany is at 3:10 Eastern. That'll be interesting. I got to imagine Hellebuck in net for that one. But we don't know. Who is hosting the 2030 Olympique? French Alps 2030. Those are Milano Cortina and French Alps. Those have got to be very close together geographically. Are you going to stream Latvia versus Denmark? No. Running up the score is bad luck. Remember Don Cherry's words of wisdom. Yeah, not in a tournament where it counts, it doesn't. Alps is the mountain range separating Spain and France. I just learned. Epic call, Steve. Thanks. And thank you, Drew. I agree. Drew, what do you think? I want a BLT. So that's what we're going to do. I want to eat my BLT. So, Wednesday? The next time I will see you, my friends, is Wednesday, where Canada will play in the quarterfinal at the 2026 Olympics against, we'll have to wait and see. For now, that is it for the stream. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked this stream. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Don't go too far, because the game at 3:10 between the United States and Germany affects Canada, and it will be streamed right here on the SDPN YouTube channel by one Adam Wild.